What's up, Blasianeers and Blasianettes? I've been meaning to really get to this review or share my thoughts on the Scream trilogy last year, but for some reason, I didn't get to it. I don't know why. I'm sorry about that, but I figured it's October, and I tried to make it a tradition to really do a countdown to Halloween where I review some of my favorite horror movies, and so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do it the Scream trilogy. So here we go. And so basically, the premise is where we're in a town called Woodsboro, and we're following these kids who all happen to, they all really love movies, like primarily horror movies, and they're all being stalked by a killer who loves horror movies a little too much. And back at that time, this movie breathed life back into the slasher genre, or into the horror genre, and many movies right after this movie came out tried to mimic the same formula. Like where you get a group of young, real young characters, and they're being stalked by, like a serial killer, and the serial killer could be any one of them, and that's basically like a trend. And I can't, and I honestly do confess, and I am not proud of this, but when this movie came out, I did not jump onto it right away. Not right away. I mean, this came out around the same time Beavis and Butthead Do America, like hit theaters. So I was gonna go see that. That was like my priority at that time. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know why. I mean, like, I'm a sucker for these type of movies. I mean, I don't know why it didn't catch my attention. I don't know why. I mean, like, but I did jump on the hype train a little bit after, or like around the time the sequel came out. But yeah, I have to say, and like, while you do have these characters who, like, like the have these exchanges, this, the dynamic, like, their favorite moments in horror movies, and it's sort of like they took us, like the audience members, out of the theaters, and they put us into those exact situations, like where they just find themselves in the same situation that they're as if they were watching one of their favorite horror movies. And there's even a moment like where one of them, would poke fun at a character for, for having a survival technique, like to try to get away from the killer, and then they find themselves doing the same exact thing, like where they just see that it's not that cut and dry. Excuse me. And then we have also, of course, our lead character Sydney Prescott, who is like in her own little, like when she is mingling with her friends, like she's not really as into the, like the movie hype train as everybody else, but I mean, she does like her movies here and there, but when it's just focused on her, I mean, and then we see that it's about to be 1 year since her mother was brutally murdered, and so yeah, she's dealing with that, and so you got that part of the story too, and then it can mingle back over to the other kids where they're just enjoying, like just being around each other and just enjoying horror movies, and then you just have to really see like which one of them is the killer, and and I have to say this movie has probably one of the most brutal openings like ever to a horror movie, especially to this trilogy. I mean, like every other opening for this trilogy is not nowhere near as brutal as this very first movie. I mean, like this is the most. I mean, those are the like I said, it's the most brutal scene, most brutal opening, the most brutality part of the movie. And this from here on, this movie does have brutal kills, but not as brutal as that opening. I mean, like. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have seen these movies by now, but I mean, for those of you who really haven't, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what you're getting into, like, in the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie. Yeah. And my only nitpick is that it came out around the holidays, around Christmas. I wouldn't have done that. I mean, I'm sure they had their reasons. I mean, like of why they didn't release it in September or October. I would have done that, you know. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't release a horror movie in December. It's just an odd choice, you know, in my personal opinion. But yeah. I mean, like I don't know why. I mean, like I really do regret not seeing it, you know, like in theaters at that time, and I did have a lot of fun with it. And so with that all being said, you know, obviously I'm giving this 4 solid chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 epic chair spins. So yeah, I'm gonna hop over to my review on Scream 2. So if you guys enjoyed my review for this movie, make sure you thumb up the video and click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and click the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, y'all.